Hi everybody, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of how you could create your basic design for your Islamic art project. You may have already done this, and it was gone over in the video that we watched in class, but they did it really quickly, and I thought it would be good just to have kind of a step-by-step way to do it. So first things first, you need to draw yourself a circle using a compass, one of those pointy things that has a pencil, right? So you want to draw yourself a circle, and don't worry about the points A and B for now. That's just the center of a circle, the circle, and a point on a circle. This doesn't have to be on a Cartesian plane. It can just be on regular graph paper. So once you've got your circle in the center of your circle, you want to split your circle into 4, 5, 6, 8, however many segments you want. I'm going to go with 4 just because it's the most basic and easy to do. So now you see I've got those kind of 4 points around the circle. C, E, B, and D, where those lines touch the circle, and I've got my center A. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a square around my circle that is as tight as possible onto my circle, right? So I want to draw a square that's touching my circle at those points, that C, E, B, and D point, right? So it's nice and snug, fit nice and tightly around my circle. Once I've got that, right, now you see I have more points. I've got the corners of the square, and I've got those 4 points around the outside of the circle. And I'm going to use those points to help create lines, right? And now you can connect those points in any way that you want. I'm going to do it in a specific way, where I'm going to start with I, which is in the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm going to go up to D, right? And then I'm going to go from D to the upper right-hand corner, H, right? So now I've got kind of that triangle on its side. And I'm going to do the same thing, but from the other side of the circle. So I'm going to go from F up to E, and then E to G. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but from the bottom of the circle. So I'm going to go from F to C, and from C down to I. And then the same thing, but from the top of the circle. I'm going to go from G down to B, and from B back up to H. And if I do that, I get this. Pretty crazy, right? Now, this is a really complicated design. I don't want all these lines, right? I just want part of these. So I'm just going to look inside and just pick out a really basic shape, right? I'm going to highlight just specific line segments that create a shape. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight those in red. And you'll see what I've got now is just a nice 4-pointed star, and that's going to be my shape. So,
good morning, ASL. This is Emma.
Okay. All right. So as you can see, now we have a star shape that we can put onto our coordinate grid that we can tessellate, which means repeat over and over again. So we're going to take it off of there, and we're going to put it onto our piece of paper. This isn't graph paper, but you will be doing it on graph paper. So you draw your shape once, and then you're going to draw your shape again right next to it. So now we've got 2 4-pointed stars. And now we want to put more stars on top of those stars. So if we do that, right, they don't quite all fit on, but you're going to see that when we start tessellating the 4-pointed stars, we started with 4-pointed stars, but now we have octagons in the middle of our 4-pointed stars. So that's just a really basic way to show you how you can create a simple figure using the circle and the grid, and then tessellate it to create a really cool repeating pattern for your puzzle.